CMSportsNet is made possible by Genova's To Go and by Carroll Lynx. Game On is brought to you by Aquino Financial Services.
Hi there, I'm Pat Stetzer, and welcome back to Game On. We welcome in October, and we're about to hit the halfway mark of the regular season. So let's catch up on all the latest Carroll County fall high school sports. Time to get started, it's Game On. We kick things off with football and start with a look at the Week 4 scores from around the Carroll County Athletic League. Century posted another county win when the Knights rolled past Winners Mill on Saturday night at McDaniel College. South Carroll blanked Manchester Valley, and Liberty did the same to Francis Scott Key. And Westminster posted the third shutout of the weekend. Let's go ahead and take a look at some highlights from two of those games, starting with our most recent game of the week. FSK running the ball well early on behind Jermaine Dawson, but he fumbles here and Liberty's Charlie Frothingham recovers for a Lions turnover. Second quarter now, Chase Miller throws down the far sideline for Liberty looking for Tristan West, and the senior comes down with it for the first point of the game. A nice catch for the Lions and a touchdown. This time it's the ground game for Liberty here. Kevin Poole is going to get the ball, rumbles into the end zone from 19 yards out, stays up before he crosses the line. Lions up 14-0 after the touchdown and the extra point. Another nice run here from Poole after he gets the pitch from his quarterback Miller, and the senior picks up a first down before going out of bounds. Now Miller's going to roll to his left and buy himself some time and then throw a dart into the end zone for Tristan West for their second touchdown connection of the evening, and it's all Liberty in this one. Now some defense for Liberty. Kevin Kern with an enthusiastic tackle here, and the Lions unit is fired up. Eagles down to a last gasp in the fourth quarter. It's an incomplete pass on fourth down, and the Lions preserve their first shutout of the season. Final score is Liberty 21, Francis Scott Key 0. The home team gets to 2-0 in county play. Now we're going to head over to the Walkersville-Westminster game, also from last Friday night. Late second quarter here, Rory O'Connor goes up top for Isaiah Sprinkle, but it's picked off by Jash Jenkins, and Walkersville gets the turnover. Midway through the third quarter, Westminster deep in Lions territory, but a deflected pass falls into the hands of Paul Huff for another Walkersville INT. Still no score, less than 30 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Walkersville looks to take the lead as Jackson Mazzocco gets it to Achilles Whitby for a touchdown, but it's negated on a holding penalty, and we are scoreless at the end of regulation. Owls get it first in overtime and break through. Kaysen Doan into the end zone for a Westminster touchdown, 7-0 after the extra point. The Lions get it next and get down to the 2-yard line. It's a bad snap and a fumble. Kicked into the end zone, Isaiah Taylor falls on it for a touchback. Westminster wins in dramatic fashion. Final score there, Owls 7, Lions 0. Westminster gets to 2-2 and beats Walkersville for the second time in as many seasons. Now we can see the Carroll County football standings entering Week 5. Liberty in first place after back-to-back county wins. Century and Westminster unbeaten in the CCAL so far. The Cavaliers and the Eagles are both 1-1. Now let's see some of the county stat leaders after Week 4 of the regular season. County coaches submitting stats to CMSportsNet earlier in the week. Passing leaders up first, Jake Dexter of Century closing in on 600 yards. He's completing 68% of his passes. Rushing leaders are up now, and more Century here. JT Ferguson topping the list. Check out the yards per carry from the leaders. Five players at 6 yards or better per carry. Over to the receivers. Westminster's Brady Troop with the 19 catches, and Christian Gordon of Century surpassing 200 yards with their game last week. Some defensive stat leaders now. How about Dom D'Amico of Century? 1/4 of his tackles going for loss so far for the Century Knights. All right, time to take a look at our next Game of the Week broadcast. It takes us to northern Carroll County, where Manchester Valley is ready to take on Westminster. Join me and Mike Coons for pregame coverage at 6:15, and kickoff is planned for 6:30. Let's dive a little deeper into the matchup and talk first about Westminster. The Owls have wiped out an 0-2 start with wins over South Carroll and Walkersville in the last 2 weeks, and they had 2 players run for 100-plus yards in that overtime win just last Friday against the Lions. Westminster beat the Mavericks in the 2023 regular season, but the Mavs got a little revenge in the playoffs. Now let's talk about those Mavericks who were on the wrong end of a shutout in Week 4 against South Carroll. They're looking for their first county win of the year, and they're certainly thinking about the last time they faced Westminster. Man Valley prevailed 23-15 and knocked a county foe out of the regional playoffs, but that was nearly 11 months ago. On to the team stats now for our Game of the Week matchup. Westminster's defense allowing 14.5 points per game after that shutout in Week 4. Meanwhile, the Mavericks are scoring just 11.5 points per game after they were blanked last Friday night. Players to watch now for this Week 5 contest, a pair of standout running backs. Jack Hitchcock is averaging close to 7 yards per carry so far for the Owls, while Jacob Reitz leads his squad with more than 250 rushing yards heading into Friday. Time for the Coaches Corner now. We catch up with both coaches as they get their teams set for their Week 5 showdown. You'll hear from Westminster coach Chris Basler and Manchester Valley coach Bernie Kuntz. Coach, what do you think last week's game showed you about your guys' resilience? You know, the conditions weren't the best, but both teams had to plan it, and you guys got a nice overtime victory against a good Walkersville team.
Absolutely. I think what I hope it says is that we got a young team that's growing up, you know, and certainly we played a complete, intense football game and, you know, played well. And the conditions, you know, held both offenses down some, there's no doubt. But
I think to finish and to be resilient, there was some drives we didn't finish. We got to be a little bit more disciplined offensively and defensively, and we got to clean some things up special teams wise, and hopefully that'll help us going forward.
You and I could probably say that you hope no one's thinking too much about last year, but you'd probably be lying if these guys weren't thinking about the playoff game last year against Man Valley and how that felt. You get them again this week. Just you hope that season's a new season, but you want those guys to remember what that felt like a little bit to sort of get them going in the right direction this week.
Yeah, I think it'd be hard to say it's not in your mind somewhere, but, you know, the same way that like us winning last week's not going to help this week. You know, last year was a different year, different team, different. I mean, that seemed like a lifetime ago.
I think it's a new year, new season. It was great that happened last year. The kids came together, put together a big win. They're coming off a big win against Walkersville. That's a very good team. So we're going to have our work cut out with us on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball this week with them.
Our whole goal every week is to make improvements and get better and to, you know, we keep playing good football teams, which is a great thing because you can tell where you are. It's kind of a litmus test for your program. And I think this week's another one of those, you know, good matchups against a good team. And, you know, whoever's going to play the best, the longest is going to come out on top.
Thanks to CMSportsNet correspondent Joshua Davis for helping us out, and thanks to both coaches for spending some time with us, and a nice Hawaiian shirt on Coach Kuntz there, by the way. So, it's Westminster and Man Valley as we kick off October Game of the Week coverage. Our pregame show begins at 6:15. Kickoff is set for 6:30. A look now at the other games taking place around Carroll County in Week 5. South Carroll has the out-of-county game this week at Brunswick. Liberty hosting Winters Mill, and Century takes on Francis Scott Key, the Knights looking for a third straight win. CMSportsNet will bring you coverage of that Week 5 game in Eldersburg as Liberty hosts another county foe. Kickoff there has been changed from 6:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. We'll have highlights from both of those games once our live broadcasts are through, and get ready next week for the top football plays for the month of September. We're looking forward to that. Coming up next, we'll check in with boys soccer, girls soccer, and the Carroll Lynx fall sports, and we'll unveil the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week. So don't go away, because Game On is coming right back.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Hi, I'm Steve Aquino. Creating a financial plan requires a disciplined, well-thought-out approach. At Aquino Financial Group, our mission is to provide a variety of solutions to help our clients fulfill their lifetime financial goals and dreams.
You can help shape the future. Attend the Kiwanis Youth Leadership Forum. Join us on October 1st at 6:30 p.m. in the Exploration Commons at the Westminster branch of the Carroll County Public Library for a community forum on youth leadership education. Learn from experienced professionals about the essential leadership skills young people need to succeed, including problem solving, communication, and teamwork. Investing in youth leadership education is vital for building a stronger community. It empowers young people to become active citizens, solve complex problems, and create positive change. Kiwanis has a proven track record of empowering young people to become positive forces in their communities. Join us to learn how you can contribute to this important work and help shape the future of our county. Kiwanis invites you to be part of this inspiring community event. Your participation will make a difference in the lives of young people.
Welcome back to Game On. Let's get right back into some Carroll County fall sports. Let's start with boys soccer and see how the Carroll County Athletic League is shaping up 1 month into the season. Liberty with a pair of convincing victories in the past week, and South Carroll did the same against Newtown. And let's check out some highlights from Francis Scott Key Winners Mill game from Big Mill. The Eagles try to clear the ball out of their zone, but the Falcons step into the fray and Parker Berry drills this shot in for a goal. The home team is on the board and Berry celebrates near the far flag. Francis Scott Key responds and ties the score at 1-1 after a few nice touches are finished off by the Eagles' Robbie Doherty. Evan Myers gets set for a penalty kick and he converts. Francis Scott Key leads this one 2-1. Second half action now. Eagles line up for a free kick. It's Myers again from long range into the top right corner of the net. And Francis Scott Key wins this one 3-2 for a Carroll County win on the road. Nice job by the Eagles. Time to see some boys soccer scoring leaders. Season stats have been submitted to CMSportsNet by the county coaches, just like football. Here, the Lions have a formidable 1-2 punch with Lucas Britos and Austin Veach, and they've got 4 of the top 7 names on the list. Westminster's Ashton Gifford had 5 of those 8 goals in one county game. That was a win over Man Valley. Now we check in with some upcoming games of note. A Saturday morning matchup with the Knights visiting the Eagles, and we've got Monday action in the city with the Falcons and Owls hosting Carroll County opponents. And a look at the updated county standings. Liberty on top, 7-0, 4-0 in the CCAL. South Carroll still off to a great start despite that lone county setback. All right, switching over to girls soccer now. Not as many games in the last week because of the bad weather, but Liberty cruised past Francis Scott Key at Troy Park in Howard County. That game was moved Tuesday evening, and South Carroll got by Gerstel on Monday. Over to the girls soccer scoring leaders now. Hannah DeVincent picking up where she left off last fall, the senior with a whopping 15 assists so far, 3 players with 10 or more goals on the list as well. Let's see some upcoming girls soccer games to keep an eye on. Century with 2 home games coming in the next few days. The Cavaliers host the Falcons on Monday as well. And we take a look at the CCAL girls soccer standings. Liberty enjoying the view from the top with Century right behind their crosstown rivals. Carroll Community College soccer and volleyball are rolling through their fall season. Let's check in with the Lynx and see what's been happening lately. Women's soccer with a victory at home against Frederick. Volleyball lost in 3 sets on Tuesday despite 18 kills and 17 digs from Carly Badorf. And now some upcoming games from the Lynx teams. It's a men's-women's soccer doubleheader on Thursday when CCBC Essex comes to Westminster to take on Carroll. The Lynx have a pair of home volleyball matches coming up at the Coppermine Pantherplex in Hampstead. All right, time to announce the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week. It comes from Liberty High School, where this time we recognize a senior boys soccer standout who's picked up where he left off in 2023. Time to find out who it is. All right, this week's CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week, Lucas Britos, Liberty boys soccer. Lucas, 2 hat tricks last week, 3 wins, I think 7 goals for you personally. I know you probably don't go into games thinking you're going to get a hat trick, but when you started playing last week, was it just one of those things where everything was going in slow-mo and everything was just going your way?
Yeah, overall, it was something special because you don't always play under the rain, like under the lights. That's something everyone likes. So I just managed to score the 3 thanks to my team, and that's it.
And then not only that, they were 3 big wins, 3 county wins for you guys. You started getting into the county schedule. You haven't lost a game yet as we go into this week of the season. What's the number one or maybe 2 things that have been going really well for you guys that have led to such a great start?
Overall, our team chemistry, even off the field, we're all really friends. We try to play together most of the time. We always do stuff like pasta parties and stuff. That's going on great this year.
Yeah.
And inside the field, everyone just talks and being loud and supporting each other in the game. That's all we do.
Yeah, good communication for sure. Remember, we talked in the summer when you guys were up in the 7-on-7 league, and you were excited about what you guys were bringing back this year and what you could do on the field. How has the first month gone for you guys? Obviously, you haven't lost a game yet, but like you said, the communication, all the different guys scoring goals, you've been leading the way yourself. How do you feel like Liberty has performed, so to speak, in the first month of the season as you guys get ready for October now?
As you said, that we're undefeated for now, and hopefully we still go that way. And to be honest, for us, it's been an awesome week, and hopefully we can keep it up.
Well, congrats on a great week, and good luck the rest of the year. Lucas Britos, the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week.
CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Barnes Bollinger Insurance and by Raising Cane's.
Congratulations to Lucas Britos, the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week. And a look at all of our fall sports winners so far, 1 month down, plenty more to go. And that'll do it for this episode of Game On. As always, we thank you for watching. A reminder that our next Game of the Week football broadcast has Manchester Valley hosting Westminster on October 4th at 6:30. Join me and Mike Coons on the call with pregame coverage set for 6:15. We'll also have additional football coverage for you from Liberty High School in Eldersburg as the Lions host Winners Mill at 7 p.m. Liberty tries to go 3-0 in the county with another win. The Falcons go after their first victory of 2024. And a reminder, our new Sports Talk at Island Green show comes your way every Monday evening at the Island Green in Westminster. Host Avery Newport talks McDaniel football with Green Terror coach Skylar Fultz, and he's joined by special guests along the way to chat about local high school, college, and pro sports. That's Sports Talk at Island Green on Monday nights at 6 from the Island Green in Westminster. Be sure to catch all of our high school sports content online on Facebook and YouTube, as well as our website, cmsportsnet.com. You can watch us on cable channel HD 1072, and be sure to follow us on Instagram at CMSportsNetAction. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Hi, I'm Steve Aquino. Creating a financial plan requires a disciplined, well-thought-out approach. At Aquino Financial Group, our mission is to provide a variety of solutions to help our clients fulfill their lifetime financial goals and dreams.